for over 20 years at the Lewis Clinic in Harley Street, and I made some innovations there over the years which departed from my training. I soon realized that people were coming to see me because they were focused on what was wrong in their lives. And I realized there was a lot of research into what was wrong, but very little research into what was right. So people were coming to tell me that they were unhappy, and I wondered what the nature of happiness really is. It's difficult not to be happy in a place like this. However, in modern life, with the stresses and the worries of modern life, people become unhappy. So I started to research into what happiness was, and I did many workshops there. And of course, there is now a school of psychology which is called positive psychology. It's very big in America. Happiness, it seems to me, is not excitement, not joy, that's stimulation. Happiness, it seems to me, is somebody who is at peace. So that means to be at peace with themselves. And I realized that my hypnotherapeutic sessions contained meditation. And meditation seems to allow people to take the stresses out of their lives. So I spent a lot of time focusing on the nature of meditation and also what can be achieved with it. Meditation is usually an emptying out of the self, and usually a spiritual activity. However, I wondered if it could be something active, something that you could help yourself achieve goals with, and at the same time make those goals safe. Because the body is relaxed, the mind believes that that particular experience is safe. And the thing about human beings, if you observe them, is that generally speaking, they avoid pain and they go towards safety. And of course, the physiology of being relaxed, of having a low heart rate, is regarded by the unconscious mind as being safe. So when you sit down and you meditate, or you go into a self-hypnotic state and you alter your state of consciousness, your breathing gets lower, your heart rate gets lower, your unconscious mind believes innocently that the things that you are imagining are safe. It's well known that you can go to the cinema, and if you see a movie which is exciting, you become stimulated. If you see a feel-good movie and the couple get together and everything is fine, you'll say, "Oh, that's wonderful." If you go and see a horror film, which I wouldn't do, you know what's going to happen. You're going to be screaming with fear. So part of the mind cannot tell the difference between real events and imagined events. We can't tell the difference. We respond to those movies as if they were real, and yet we know they're only flickering lights on a screen. So when you use your imagination and you tie that imaginative scene to something in your physical body, which is safety, then you make it safe. And we go towards safety, we avoid pain. Stimulation is regarded as being unsafe, no matter what it is, even if we interpret it as a joy. So, it seems to me that the challenge in our lives and in our modern lives is to go into a relaxed state as much as we possibly can. And this, I found, could be achieved by self-hypnosis, stroke, meditation. Also, you can make your ambitions available to you to engage the power of the unconscious mind to take you towards achieving those goals. And I worked with many people in London, especially in the artistic fields, who set goals and then they achieved them. They set another goal and then they achieved those. Simply by imagining those goals and allowing their heart rate to drop, allowing a little oxygen in the system, the unconscious mind then engages its greater part, which I always put somewhere around the back here. When we're stressed, I always imagine that we're using a small part of the brain in the front here, which cannot be positive. It's a survival mechanism. So for 20 years, I worked with this and had many successes. And I've been in Egypt twice now in this beautiful country and enjoying the many people that I've met here who are very patient and mostly relaxed. And of course, I wonder how this actually happens. And my theory is that because of prayer, because people pray many times in the day, they're offloading their stresses. And this is exactly what meditation does. It offloads the stresses and then you become calmer and you have more energy to express.
إذا أعجبك المحتوى من فضلك اضغط على زر الاشتراك واضغط على زر الجرس.